Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium, everyone, the home of the Fresno State Bulldogs. And for a team whose mantra is anytime, any place, anywhere, it's always good to be home. And these fans have shown out for the clash we have ahead of us. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. Fresno State will kick it off, and we will be underway. He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So the Clemson Tigers will have some work to do after that short return. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field. But what's going fast? The heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy. And David, you know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
Third and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. To the ground to try to move the chains. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. A quick 3 and out, and they're already giving up the ball. He gets a block. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. So Fresno State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. When you have a weapon like this on the outside and a guy in the secondary whose job is to take everything away, it's going to be a great matchup, guys.
It's so fun to see how you attack great safeties in the middle of the field. Are you willing to do that, or are you going to try to live on the perimeter? This offensive matchup will be great.
Yeah, normally you'd say receiver versus safety, the receiver's going to win. This safety, though's got the speed to run with this guy, and he's going to make it interesting that way.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Getting some heat. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass. It's Keene. It's complete to the left. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Handoff from the gun. Solid gain to get him out close to the 20. Pick up a 5 to the 19. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Now the play fake. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the 1st down. They've got it at the 40. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. A strike downfield. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Clemson!
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Western Michigan was far from the friendly confines of Kalamazoo, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking for a man. It's Keene. Finds his back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking to move it through the air. They're bringing heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Gets it out fast. And they're able to get him down. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. Looking to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Fresno State will have to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this 1st punt to pin him deep. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. With the catch, it's Randall. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got an open man. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
That's the one danger defensively when you want to play zone coverage, because you leave a lot of windows and pockets out on the field. And if the offense and quarterback find one, they could hurt you. And you saw it right there on the crossing.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Complete downfield. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. And you just don't expect your junior quarterback to get fooled and to throw it into double coverage like that. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. Finds the tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half.
Clemson 10, Fresno State 0.
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Fresno. And it's been said football is a game of inches. And guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Valley Children's Stadium.
Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Got his man in the middle. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. Fresno State right back to the line. From the gun, the ground game. They got him at the 42, but he got 5 yards on the play. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
That is an awesome play up front right there, crashing that play in the backfield. And it's funny, you think back to Clemson. Remember when Trevor Lawrence won a national title his true freshman year? It wasn't necessarily about Trevor Lawrence. They won that title because of their defensive dominance, especially on the D-line. That may have been the best D-line we've ever seen in college football. And I tell you, sometimes this dude looks like he could start on that D-line. He's that talented.
Looking downfield, it's Keene. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Got his man down the middle. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Fresno State will have to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And when your defense is performing like this, pitching a shutout, you want to find a way to reward them and help them out a little bit, David.
And I guess that's the upside for this offense. Their defense has been so good, but man, oh man, they've got to find something, Jesse, that they can hang their hat on, something they can do to move the football.
It just feels like at this point, they kick one more field goal and this is ball game because of how well their defense is playing. So I think offensively, just don't do anything stupid and give the game away.
Off the play fake. Pressure coming. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Pulls and fires complete. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. He finds his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense. Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Keene. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on first down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Fresno State right back to the line. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that pass picked off. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
And they will open this drive right on the doorstep with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. It's complete to the right. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson. They push the lead out here in the 4th quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to add another. And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it back. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Couldn't order better field position for this offense. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking for room. It's Maffa. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. The give to the tailback. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, dude, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistent.